500 residents of this village, Madhu Singh Purva in Uttar Pradesh, have a common problem. They have no toilets. Every morning it's a common scene here. With buckets in their hands, people reach this well to fetch water before going to relieve themselves in the surrounding open spaces, like Kamlesh. There are 12 toilets in the village, but none of them are usable.
Many are unfinished, some are without doors, some don't have toilet seats, some don't even have roofs. In such a state, how can anyone use them?
Like him, 19% of the population, that means over 260 million Indians, have no access to toilets, according to a survey by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare released this year. Even though it was one of the promises made by Prime Minister Narendra Modi after he was elected in 2014. In an address to the nation, he launched the Swachh Bharat Mission, which is Clean India Mission in Hindi. The aim was to eradicate open defecation by building toilets.
If we can reach Mars, then why can't we clean our streets and neighborhoods?
The government had promised to build over 110 million toilets in 5 years at a cost of 20 billion euros. In his second term as Prime Minister in 2019, he went further and announced he would make India open defecation free. However, 8 years after the launch of the Swachh Bharat mission, the goal is still far from being met. Among the beneficiaries of the program is the capital, New Delhi. But it's not always easy to locate a sanitation facility in a city with more than 25 million people. So the government teamed up with US tech giant Google to help locate them.
Toilet near me.
When I type public toilet near me, then the page of Swachh Bharat Mission comes up. If I look at it, it shows where we are. It's marked under Swachh Bharat Mission. You can see it.
Swachh Bharat Mission में है, ये दिखता है.
Raghu Singh is a spokesperson for the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party and a former legislator of Delhi. He built dozens of toilets in his West Delhi constituency. He claims it too, no one defecates in the open in India.
Since Modi rolled out this program, it solved a centuries-old problem, which the entire country welcomes and respects.
Yet just a few kilometers from his constituency, some residents have no access to toilets. Every week, Dr. Yasmin Abdullah visits this slum in the southeast of Delhi to check on children.
हाथ कैसे धोएंगे? किससे? साबुन से. घर में है ना साबुन?
Here, over 400 people live without a regular water or electricity supply in poor conditions, risking their health. In all her visits, Yasmin finds at least 10 children suffering from diarrhea due to the lack of toilets. Today, she is worried about this little boy who is suffering from malnourishment.
इसको बच्चे को क्या प्रॉब्लम है? क्या दिक्कत है?
The boy is dehydrated and has diarrhea.
The main problem here is open defecation. Because of it, there are a lot of flies infesting their food, and their water is also contaminated, and that's why this child is sick. He's suffering from dehydration on top of being anemic and malnourished. That's also why his growth is stunted.
Having no toilets leads to open defecation, which contaminates the water, resulting in diseases like diarrhea. According to the WHO, over 110,000 children under the age of 5 die due to diarrhea every year in India. The absence of toilets is not only a public health problem, it also raises the question of security, especially for women. We go back to Uttar Pradesh and this time to the village of Kambura, home to nearly 1,000 residents, but there's not a single toilet.
This building is not fit to be used as a toilet. No one uses it.
So the women of the village are forced to walk 2 kilometers to find a spot to relieve themselves.
We face so many problems because of it. Girls do not go out in the fields as they fear being sexually harassed by men. It's so far away. Who would go there?
According to a study conducted by the Indian Center for Urban Affairs Research, nearly half of all women in India experience mental stress as a result of open defecation. 1,000 kilometers away from the city of Pune, Ulka Sadalkar and Rajiv Kher came up with an innovative idea to address this issue. to build a toilet on wheels only for women. Launched in 2016, there are now 12 such buses which are run on donations. Equipped with latrines and sanitary products, they are accessible to women 7 days a week.
It is a solution to reducing open defecation in India. The idea is to not provide a fancy or a expensive toilet, but the idea is to provide a clean, hygienic toilet and a familiar, safe space for women who can come and use this toilet comfortably.
Despite having the 5th largest economy in the world, access to toilets remains a challenge for India.